Introverts, what is something that people do to you that makes you irrationally angry? I'll start.
Yeah, the first one being giving out my phone number without my permission. We too damn old for you to still not know that you should get a person's permission before you give out their number. 2 is adding me to group anything on Facebook, a group chain text message. I don't care what it is. Don't add me to that shit. Just don't do it. 3, volunteering my services. Don't do that if you have not talked to me first. Because if you had talked to me, you know I was going to say no. So now I'm going to tell them no. Now I'm going to call you and ask you why didn't you ask me before you told them. Because now they're looking crazy. Because I'm going to say no. Another one is me giving you permission to come to my house. You show up to my house with other people. Quickest way for me to watch you knock on my door. Let you see me picking out my blinds while you continue to knock on my door until you get tired and call me and say, girl, you see us? And I'm going to say, girl, I do. Don't do it. Just don't do it. I hate it. It's annoying. It sends my freaking anxiety into a tizzy, and I'd rather not have any of that happen.
Easy. When one of my friends tells someone I'm going to be somewhere without telling me first, I can make my own choice and I'm not going to want to go, so don't tell them I'm going to go.
Y'all see this? This is my face. This is what I look like when I'm not entertaining and engaging with individuals other than the individuals inside my head. It always bothers me when somebody see me in my regular face like, you good? Yeah. No, you're not. Yeah, I am. No, you're not. No, I'm not. Because you interrupting this conference call I got going on up in here. It's a lot of scheming and dreaming, and you interrupting. You stepping on my tail. Do not make me have to cancel this shit and make it a company picnic. Hop in this pot. Extrovert soup. Bro, I'm good. Just because my face ain't entertaining to you right now don't mean there's something wrong with me.
Something that makes me irrationally angry as an introvert is when I'm in a group setting with not people that are my best friends or not really my close family, like people I don't hang out with all the time, for someone to make a point in front of everyone, everyone's listening, to say that I am being so quiet. This is so rude. I don't know why people think it's okay to say this. Like, now I'm uncomfortable and I'm not listening to the conversation anymore at this point. At this point, I'm just thinking about things I need to say so that person won't make it a point to say, oh, you're being so quiet again. I just don't feel the need to say anything if I don't have an opinion about the subject we're talking about. And I don't just talk to hear myself talk. I'm very choosy about what I say. So just don't be this person. It's rude. That's all.
When they say, let's start off with some icebreakers. No, thank you. I do not care to get to know you. I do not care for you to know me.
Perceiving me. As someone who is an introvert and also has social anxiety, I suffer from the phenomenon called the invisible audience. This is where you feel like everyone is looking at you all of the time, even though they are not. This is not to say I don't enjoy being recognized in public and approached by all of the lovely people I have been approached by in the past. Like, that's fine. It's just there are some times where I do not wish to be perceived or approached at all. For instance, at the gym, where I probably look and definitely feel my grossest. And also just generally people coming up to me and letting me know by pointing something out on my body or something that I'm wearing that they were looking at me. Because I don't know how to respond. Because that means you were looking at me. And that frightens me.
I would internally get so mad when teachers say, let's go around the classroom and share our interests, our passions. Like, I'm sure you give a shit, Miss Smith, about my hentai collection.
All right, I have been waiting to do this one. I've been so excited about it. I made a fucking list. The first one, when someone FaceTimes me without a proper warning, not even a text, nothing like, are you around? Do you have makeup on? Like, that is some serial killer shit, and I'm not here for it. Who raised you? When someone gives me a present and then makes me open it in front of them so they can watch my reaction. I can't take that pressure. I hate it. Just don't get me a present. When someone makes you listen to a song in front of them and then they want to watch you to see your reaction for that. What? That's insane. And also karaoke. Just no.
Making plans with someone and then last minute, like the day of, they're like, oh, by the way, this person is coming. I wasn't mentally prepared.
When people show up to my apartment without texting me or calling me. And I'm like, damn, what year is it? You got my phone number. You got my Facebook. So there's no fucking excuse of you not letting me know something. Calling me saying, hey, I'm about to come over. Text me, hey, I'm about to come over. And once you tell me that, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to clean out that bathroom, that living room, that kitchen, so that way you can be comfortable and I can be comfortable. If you don't tell me anything and you show up on my doorstep, I'm going to tell you you can take your ass on because you do not live here. Hell, I don't care if you're family. Let a bitch know.
When you ask what we're doing on the weekend, we say relaxing at home, and you say, well, that's no fun. Bitch, to us it is. How would you feel if you told me you were going to a party and I went, boo?
I wouldn't describe myself as introverted, but these are things that have been said to me when I'm giving off introvert behavior, and it makes me mad. I don't understand why, so maybe someone can explain it to me. Several years ago, I dated a guy who took me to his coworker's house for a little party, and it was a great time. There was grilled food and drinks, conversation, the atmosphere was really nice, and I didn't know anybody there but my boyfriend at the time. But it was still good, and I was just sitting there listening to the conversation being had, and this man, my boyfriend at that time, turned to me and said, "You're being quiet." Guess I'm sorry I'm not being obnoxiously loud amongst a group of people that I don't know.
I have to say, the most annoying thing that happens to me as an introvert is when I'm just chilling and enjoying the vibe at an event and some super loud-ass nosy person comes up to me, tells me that I don't look like I'm having fun, and I turn around and look at them and I'm kind of like, okay, Debbie, I didn't realize that fun had a look, but I guess you do you.
Don't just show up to my house. Do not just show up to my house. I don't care if you see me sitting on my front porch. I will walk in the house and close the door. I don't just walk up to my personal space. I don't care. This is my personal zone where I'm recharging, and I need to recharge. This is my recharger. Please don't just show up here. Let me recharge and I'll let you know. Call me. We can meet somewhere, but don't just show up.
Okay, so hear me out. It doesn't matter the social setting, social situation, who's there. If I've known them for 40 plus years, I'm only 28. Anyways, but when someone says to me, why are you so quiet? Or if I'm going to hear another word out of you, something along those lines. Like, yes, I'm quiet. Leave me be.
They exist. I'm like, oh, I don't want to talk to you. Why are you here? When they show up to your door unannounced? I have to mentally spend hours preparing for a visitor. Who's calling me? I don't want to answer a phone call. I barely even reply to your texts. When they tell me to save the date, I'm like, well, save it for what? I don't know how I'm going to feel. Maybe I won't want to go out on that day. I can save it, but I can't tell you. I can't physically RSVP to your function until 1 hour beforehand. I don't know if I'm mentally ready. It's just, I'm going back into my cave. God.
When I'm, let's say, in the kitchen and somebody's there with me and I'm watching a video on my phone and you can see and hear that I'm watching a video on my phone, and then that person decides to spark up a conversation with me, like just randomly starts talking. I'm not looking to have a conversation. I'm just trying to watch a video and eat at the same time.
Talk about writing a book. I can write a book about this because there are so many. But the one that stands out to me the most is when I'm at a dinner with a lot of people where I'm already soaked in anxiety because I'm at a table with multiple people. And somebody calls across the table to me and says, "Are you okay?" No, I wasn't okay. And now that you called me out for everybody to look and know that I'm not okay, I'm even more not okay. Don't do that. Don't do that. Shut up and eat your french fries.
Oh my god, it's like this was made for me. When they're like, hey, let's hang out, I'm like, okay, let's do it. And then their only options are going to bars and going to places where there's lots of people. I would rather murder you and throw you in the river. How's that for quality time?
What will literally take me full tilt is when I have plans with one or two other people, because that's my max, but then those one or two people invite like 3, 4, 5, 7 other motherfuckers. Like, come on, man, you're lucky you got me out, number one, but then you're inviting other people. Like, man, you know I'm not even set up like that.